here I am, right? And you know, some people might get upset with me because I don't leave it as it is when I hear it. I do a little research, because what I find is when you're content with the information that's given to you initially and not really know the facts, and you spread this information, you find out that sometimes you're misinforming people based on something you heard. And the person that gave you the information does a little research, will come back and say, hey, look, no, I made some mistakes, here's the facts. Or either they'll just leave you moving around with false information. But I thought about it, and I went into Chat GPT and checked it out. Chilli. Chilli's been the latest issue. Chilli of TLC. Let's read this. So I put in the information to AI. It says, so Chilli of TLC gave support to Donald Trump administration. When? So we want to know when. Okay? Reports regarding Rosanda Chilli Thomas report for the Trump administration and his political campaign gained significant traction in early 2024. Early 2024. There were a lot of people, black and white, voting for him. Wishful thinking earlier than even, you know, once it's done, it's done. Once you voted, you voted. But you're hoping for better, you know. That's where I give heart to some people that have voted for Donald Trump. Donald Trump turned around and spit at everyone and showed them he was just deceitful. It was not their fault. They didn't know. And surface doggone tin can jalopy passing by, hot rod. I live in a town where they rebuild cars and what have you. I let that pass. So the information resurfaced recently in March 2026. The connection is primarily based on federal elections records rather than a single public endorsement speech. Here are the key details. We're talking about Chilli of TLC. She's catching flack now about something she did then, and she didn't think it was going to turn out like now. I'm going to let you know this. Check this out. Campaign contributions. According to Federal Elections Commission, FEC, records, a Rosanda Thomas from Stone Mountain, Georgia, the singer known resident, made several donations to Republican entities associated with Donald Trump. These include Win Red, the primary fundraising platform for the Republican Party, Trump National Committee, JFC, a joint fundraising committee, Never Surrender Incorporated, a fundraising group closely linked to his political efforts. Social media controversies. Beyond financial support, Chilli faced public scrutiny for her social media activities in late March 2026. She addressed a controversy involving a repost conspiracy theory regarding Michelle Obama. She later clarified that the post was shared by mistake. Okay, so much for that. But the incident drew further attention to her reported political alignment. You got to remember, Chilli's black, and the fact is, a lot of people voted in the Republican direction, but didn't know it was going to turn out this nasty. While Chilli has generally kept her political views private throughout much of her career, these documented donations and social media interactions have been the primary marker of her support for his political movement. Now, hold on, watch this. I gave more input. Now, excuse the SBE. I said, did she regret her choices? Now, based on recent statements made in March 2026, she has formally distanced herself from the administration and characterized the financial support as a misunderstanding. And the majority of your black voters that voted for him were misunderstood. Most of your black voters that voted for him, let alone your politicians, those Rudy Poop tap dancers, they also mesmerize black people into believing that it's going to happen, because we're already in a situation between, say, 2008 to now where things were kind of falling apart. Okay? So now black people were wishing better. White people were wishing better. While federal records show roughly $1,000 in donations to Republican fundraisers and committees linked to the 2024 campaign, she addressed the backlash on Instagram on March 28, 2026, with the following clarifications. This is what she did. So I mean, saying, let's get off Chilli, okay? She did what she did, like a lot of people did, but they're seeing what the results of their vote brought. Are they clapping their hands at the result? Hell no. This is what she says, I am not MAGA. She explicitly stated that she does not align with the movement's ideologies or support policies that she believes cause great harm to the American people. She's not in line with that, and I didn't think she was. But she got carried away emotionally, like so many black people, so many white people did, voting with this administration. The fine print. She explains that she intended to donate to causes helping veterans, not noting her father is a veteran, and fighting human trafficking. She admitted to not reading the fine print. She got carried away emotionally like so many people did, believing in a motherfucker that's in charge now, and incidentally setting up recurring donations to political funds instead. Social media mistake. Regarding controversial reposts about Michelle Obama, she claimed it was an incidental click and that she has the utmost respect and admiration for the former First Lady, and I think she does. In short, she has expressed regret over the confusion and the incidental nature of the support, rather than acknowledging it as a conscious political choice. Once again, unquote, she got carried away emotionally, wishful thinking, hoping the best for America. Let's get off Chilli, okay? She essentially characterized the situation as a series of technical and clerical errors. And let's leave it like that. Anybody with good sense will come away from a situation that they regret being involved with or contributing to, knowing better. Peace.